Good Thursday, Anona family and friends. It's Thursday, time for our devotion, and we're still on the series Unafraid. And today I want to talk about friendships. There are many biblical figures that saw their share of tragedy, disruption, and fear. And one of the most beautiful stories in the Bible comes from the book of Ruth, one of only two biblical books named for women. Naomi, her husband Elimelech, and their two sons left Bethlehem during a famine and had to settle east of the Jordan River in an area called Moab. And that's where Naomi's two sons married Moabite women and settled down. But it was shortly thereafter that Elimelech dies, and then sometime later, both of Naomi's sons die as well. Now, the loss of a spouse is hard enough, but also to lose two children must have been too much for her to bear. And by this time, the famine is over, and Naomi decides she should return to Bethlehem to be with family there. And she encourages her daughters-in-law to remain in Moab, where they can be taken in by their family and remarry and be taken care of. But Ruth refuses. She is willing to leave her family, her homeland, to move to a strange place, to a different culture, to face uncertainty, more than likely poverty, and perhaps sexual harassment, in order to care for her mother-in-law. These words in the book of Ruth are some of the most memorable words in Scripture, as Naomi replies to her mother-in-law who is telling her to stay. It comes from the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verses 16 and 17. But Ruth replied, "Don't urge me to abandon you, to turn back from following you. Wherever you go, I will go, and wherever you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Wherever you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord do this to me, and more so, if even death separates me from you." Now, friendship is a key to overcoming fear and living unafraid with courage and hope. When things get tough in our lives, one of our first instincts is to withdraw from others, and that is what Naomi sought to do. But it's actually in these moments that we need to let others be involved in our lives, and it can be so hard to invite others in when we are at a low point. The book of Ecclesiastes has some good advice for us there. In Ecclesiastes 4:9 through 12, it says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their hard work. If either should fall, one can pick up the other. But how miserable are those who fall and don't have a companion to help them. Also, if two lie down together, they can stay warm. But how can anyone stay warm alone? Also, one can be overpowered, but two together can put up resistance. A 3-ply cord doesn't easily snap." Some good advice for our own lives as we seek out others for friendship as we are going through tough times, but also as we can help others as they are going through their tough times. At some point in our life, we will be a Naomi, needing a Ruth to walk along beside us. And at other times, we will be a Ruth, called to walk along with someone else. It is in these kinds of friendships that we can share our sorrows, share our difficulties, our fears, our frustrations. And as we do that, we can see our fears subside and our bitterness turn to joy. So may you have an opportunity this week to let others in if you're struggling, depressed, or feeling alone. Or be on the watch for those who may need you to be their Ruth. I also invite you to be part of Anona this Sunday, a place where community helps us stay in contact with others. It helps us be in community so that we can be there for one another. And it also a community where we can be unafraid as we live with courage and hope in our uncertain times. Blessings this week, and have a good weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.